Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is Zach with KT Outdoors, and in today's episode, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a wood carving challenge with those three Mora knives that we reviewed in our last video. And specifically, we're going to address, is the Bushcraft Black worth the extra money? Stay tuned to find out our opinion coming up next. Okay, let's start this little demo here by just break that one off so that I don't have to mess with all those notches that I saw in it. Let's just go with the small piece of wood, and we're just going to kind of get a feel for these. This is the knife that caused me to fall in love with these blades, and it is still as awesome as I remember. I had never heard of Mora, and then you start watching videos of different people, and you hear Mora mentioned, and then you try one, and it's just like I'm really floored by how nice they are, particularly for how cheap they are. I mean, like, this was $8 or $9. I paid this exact amount of money for a Harbor Freight survival knife that is, by my estimations, a total piece of junk. Like, it's not hardly anything worth having unless it's like an absolute last resort. But let's see how this one feels. Oh yeah, just exactly the same. Just that Scandi grind that they put on that. I don't know the mechanics behind it or what, but it just eats wood like it's a woodworking tool, which I guess some people will probably get in the comments and say that's because it is, which is true. I mean, they call this a utility knife. I think here in the States, we use razor knives with replaceable razor blades. Maybe in Sweden they just use these. Probably lasts so long that you can just beat them up and not worry about it. Okay, those two chewed through that piece of wood so fast that I don't have much left to hold on to try out this Bushcraft Black, but let's see if there's any noticeable difference in the difference between this stainless blade. It may be the part of the wood that I'm in, but it doesn't go quite as smooth. And I will say that, like, my finger doesn't slide quite as easily across the carbon blade as it does on the stainless steel blade, which maybe that's just the difference between the two. But it still very much wants to just dig right in there. Okay, so far pretty similar. Right now the biggest difference, like I pointed out earlier, between the three is the thickness of this blade. Okay, let's jump over to this slightly thicker piece of wood, and I'll just start kind of shaving away some of my mess from other projects here. I don't know anything about feather sticking, but I think I just did it. It just likes it. Like, at the risk of sounding like a total geek, sometimes I come out to the shed and these knives are sitting here, and these wood blocks have been sitting here while I've been filming this video series on these couple of knives that I've picked up, and I find myself out here in the shed just picking up this knife in particular, because I didn't have those other two until today, I'll just pick it up and whittle away because it just feels good. Like, it just feels like that's the work that this thing wants to do. And I'm certain that as well as it handles this, that, you know, gutting a trout or filleting a fish might be a little tough, but, you know, like any of the survival type applications that you might have for a blade, I just can't imagine these things not getting the job done. So, slightly shorter blade length. I mean, for carving particularly, I feel that, you know, my hand wants to be here to push. So the fact that this is smooth plastic here isn't much of an issue at the moment. Like, I don't feel... Yeah, this just... It's just a nice knife, man. I just really like them. Okay, let's hit the carbon here. Again, I had so much fun with the other blades. It's starting to get short on me here. There is a tiny bit of a difference in the feel. I'm tempted to say that it's the nature of a carbon blade versus a stainless steel blade. Like, it feels like it's biting a little bit harder, and not in a good way, like not in the way that those other two just feel like they just want to go through it, but have pretty decent control. I will say that to me, I like the thickness of this. Like, I feel like I could beat the living crud out of this thing and not hurt it because it's just so heavy. And that blade spine is just so thick. It's ready to hit the 90 degree spine right out of the box. So you could have the fire starting capability that you would want. I'm almost tempted to say, like, I personally rather enjoy that this is not 90 degrees when I'm doing fine whittling like this. Like, I find that I like, being pretty new to this, that I like being able to put my thumb on the back of the blade like that and not have it dig in like this does, just because it's such a hard angle on either side of the blade. So I'm beginning to think that I understand maybe why they don't put a 90 degree spine on these, because for carving, it's kind of nice to not have it there. Which means, if your brain's going the same place that mine is, these cheaper Moras make really nice fine carving blades. This one feels a little bit more robust to handle some of the more difficult chores. Specifically, I'm thinking batoning, until I get outside to try that in a later video. We'll see. But honestly, I guess where that would get you, if your brain's going the same place mine is, that's the ultimate package right there, the both of them, right? And then you don't even waste your time modifying this and grinding down this spine. You just kind of go, okay, this is my fine work, feather sticking, fine carving, trigger mechanisms and things like that I might want to do, where I want some control and I want the nice lightness of this blade to be able to just really finesse, and then I want to be able to beat the crap out of stuff. and just really get after it. If you have both, you got everything you need right there. And these two happen to be a pretty nice match set color-wise, so kind of hard to go wrong there. Anyway, there you go. I hope that helps you make your decision. I think one of my ultimate goals in this video was really to answer the question, is it worth the extra money to get this one? And I think just this little bit of playing with it in here, yes, it's heavier. It's a much thicker blade. You're gonna want this if you're gonna be out there really getting after some things, I feel like. But I also think, you pick up one of these for $8, $10, even if it's this one with a slightly shorter blade, because to me it's that tool that we really want to work the finesse type things. It's kind of hard to go wrong there, having that total package of both options. So there you go. For what it's worth, get both. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. You guys know the drill. Go ahead and like, subscribe. There'll be some links to some other videos on some other knife reviews at the end of this one that I did. But honestly, at this point, I don't think you can go wrong with a Mora. I just don't. We'll see how they last for me, but the closest thing I have to a complaint is that tiny bit of rust on the edge of the blade, and that's my own fault for not doing the things that I saw online to put some patina on this stainless steel so that it wouldn't rust. Other than that, it's a pretty amazing piece of equipment. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. If you're a fan of Mora Knives, comment down below and share your opinion on my position on not beveling down that 90-degree spine on those cheaper versions of the knife. Would you leave it rounded for the fine carving feel, or go ahead and grind it down for that 90-degree spine? Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.